अब ग्रोथ कर्व बनाने के लिए हम 3 डिफरेंट तरीकों से अपना सैंपल एनालाइज कर सकते हैं. We can perform the cell count, we can perform the colony count, and then we can observe the difference in the absorbance of any culture at particular time interval. From our given sample, we will vertex the cell suspension. Vertex करना इसलिए ज़रूरी है, cells are 3-dimensional structures. अगर आप एक कल्चर को कुछ देर के लिए अनडिस्टर्ब छोड़ दें, सेल्स अपनी डेंसिटी की वजह से बॉटम पे सेटल कर जाते हैं. एंड टू मेक दिस मिक्सचर होमोजीनियस, बिफोर टेकिंग द सैंपल वी हैव टू मिक्स द सस्पेंशन थ्रू वर्टेक्स मिक्सिंग. Once you vertex mix the sample, the cells are distributed evenly, and keeping in view these sterile aseptic conditions, you need to take some culture using pasture pipette. This culture sample can be used to charge the hemocytometer. Hemocytometer will be the source for cell counting. As the cell density in the original culture is quite high, so use of the hemocytometer may need some dilutions of the original culture. Once the number of cells per milliliter have been counted using hemocytometer, we can dilute our sample so as to reduce the number of cells per milliliter and to go further for inoculation. If the sample is yeast, the yeast sample can be diluted using water, whereas the bacterial cell sample should be diluted with either the salt solution or the agar culture medium because of the osmoregulation reasons. Once you diluted this sample, take 100 microliter or 0.1 milliliter of the diluted suspension and spread it over the culture plates. In case of yeast, we have two media. One is a minimal media, the second one is the complex media. So 0.1 milliliter of the diluted suspension are spread over both of these culture plates using the sterilized hockey sticks. And again, incubation of these plates at 30 degrees centigrade for a period of 48 hours. After 48 hours, we have to count the colonies in the two medias, in the two plates, and we have to find out what is the difference between the growth rate. Rest of the diluted sample, we can take 1.5 ml in the cuvettes, and using a spectrophotometer, we can find out the absorbance at a specific wavelength of 600 nanometer. A600 is referred. In both the conditions, with the minimal media and with the complex media, note down the absorbance value, and all these observations should be recorded in this kind of table. In the minimal media, in the complex media, absorbance at the given time interval should be recorded. The hemocytometer count of the samples should be recorded, and the plate count or the colony count should be recorded. Now this is the data which will help you to construct a growth curve. Using the data generated from this experiment, we can plot the cell number versus time, which will tell us that when the log phase started, when there came the stationary phase, and when there was declining phase. Then we can prepare a plot between the colony count and the time, absorbance and the time, and absorbance and the cell number. These different plots will give us an idea that how good a medium is for the growth of a microorganism and how much time it needs to divide or to double in a particular culture medium.